get to those. So for the 90-degree rotation, it's the little r, it says 90 degrees. They give you an ordered pair. You might have 3 ordered pair to do if it's a triangle, right? You just take your ordered pair, you switch the x and the y, but the y becomes the opposite. So look at their example right here. They take their 2, 3, and they switch them, 3, 2, but that y value, that was 3, what does it become? -3. So there it has been rotated. Oh, and just so you know, these rotations are always counterclockwise. Okay? So the rotations are going to the this way. Think of counterclockwise. Think of a clock. The opposite way of a clock. Okay, again on the 180, you have your x and your y. They stay, you just make them both the opposite. If they were positive, they're both going to be what? Negative. If they were negative, they're going to be positive. Okay, if it was one of each, they'll both just change the opposite. Yes, you will have a note card, you will use it on your final. Here's the thing though. EOC, if there's a rotation question on the EOC, guess what you don't have? You don't have a note card to tell you that, okay? So that's the kicker. All right, I'm going to move, well, I don't know, y'all can probably see it. Here's the 270. The 270 says, okay, all your ordered pairs, you're going to switch your x and y value. And then you're going to make the x the opposite. I'm about to do some examples of this, y'all, okay? It's just nice to have this so you can look at your rule and know what in the world, so I'm not just pulling this out of a hat, right? Like this comes from something. Then the 360, guess what happens? You end up where you started. Do you even need to write that down? Probably not, but you can. Okay? 360, if you started here and you have rotated, guess where you have ended up? Right back where you started. All right? Okay, when y'all get that done, then let's do our first problem. Anybody still writing that? No? Okay, sorry, I'm just waiting on nobody. It wasn't too much to write. Let's look at this problem right here. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to write down my 4 ordered pairs. I have more room on this paper. I have 4 points. They are 1, 1, 3, 3, 4, 1, and S is 3, 0. And then this is all they tell me, and I have to know what in the world this means. Oh no, I wrote down the wrong number, sorry. Okay. I just can't see is all it is. Yeah, I'm about to get it all set up. Hold on just a second. Okay. I have 4 ordered pair. I'm going to move those blue lines in just a second. O, what in the world is that O? Why does it say 90 degrees, comma, I think y'all were thinking the number 0, but that O stands for the origin. This is rotated around the origin. Is everybody good with that? That's what that means. So, are y'all paying attention? Is this just too easy, or are we just staying up too late? I'm going to first plot my points, P, Q, R, S. So, I've got 1, 1, I've got 3, 3, I'm going to write them, P, Q, I've got 4, 1, R, and I've got 3, 0, S. So, it's this little, like, trapezoid looking thing. Everybody good with that? Now we're going to rotate it, okay? Good thing is I've got a note card, and I'm looking at my 90-degree angle thing, okay? And I'm seeing, what does it tell me about the 90-degree angle? It tells me to take my X and Y and do what? Does it say negative Y, comma, X? That's what it says. What in the world does that mean? It means switch them and make the Y the opposite. That is what I'm going to do. I'm going to switch the 1 and the 1 and that one became negative. Okay, I'm going to switch these and make that first one the opposite. Switch these, that's negative 1, 4. Switch these, that would be negative 0, 3. There is no such thing as negative 0. Is everybody good with that?
Will those be the primes?
These are, yep, so that's what I'm going to write next. P prime, Q prime, R prime, and S prime. Do y'all understand what I did? I just followed my rule. It said switch them and make this one the opposite. So that's what I did. I switched them, made it the opposite. The opposite. If it was negative, what would I have made it?
Positive.
Positive. Just be careful on that. Okay, now we plot our new points and we're done. How is this? I think it's easier than yesterday. Like if you follow, all you have to do is follow your rule. So I've got negative 1, 1. That's P prime. I've got negative 3, 3. Q prime. I've got negative 1, 4. R prime, and 0, 3. Kind of did those. Okay, so do y'all see how I've taken this and what have I done? It's kind of slowly rotating. It would kind of end up going all the way around, right? So I've taken it. Doesn't that look right? Doesn't that look like I've gone about a fourth of the way? 90 degrees is a fourth of the way. Okay, that's your answer. Is this terrible? Not too bad. You just follow the rules, which are there. So let's do, or do y'all?
Will it tell you what rotation is like?
Yeah, it's gonna give you like on this one, it told me this right here. It looks like a foreign language. I have to be able to read that. That says a rotation of 90 degrees. So it's gonna, just be rotated.
So all of them will give you the rotation? Fairly?
Yeah, I believe so.
What if it doesn't have the O? Like, what if it has like?
These are now that it might be in a more advanced class. Like here's number 2 says. Oh, hold on. I'll do that in a second. You have this point. It's rotated 270 degrees around the origin. Like it's only one point. You just follow the 270 degree rotation rule. Switch around whatever needs to be switched. Make something negative. And then that's your answer right there. Okay. I'll do. Oh, there's only 5 questions. Okay. That is, because that's all the problems, I think, from today that I was going to do. Let me do number 1 with you, and then I'll let you kind of work on this some. Number 1, it says, I hope y'all are done with that one. A rotation of what? 240 degrees. And I'm going to start at G. Now, this one's a little different, okay? Let's think. Okay, first of all, what way do I rotate? Counterclockwise. So I'm going counterclockwise. Let me think how many spaces there are, okay? There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Does everybody agree there's 12 spaces? A full circle makes how much?
360.
So let's divide 360 by 12. I'll know all those angles. Okay, what is 360 divided by 12? Is that 30? No?
30, I think.
That's what I think, but I'm going to make sure before I tell somebody something wrong. 360 divided by 12 is 30. That means each of these angles is 30 degrees. Is everybody good with that?
Yes, ma'am.
Because you know it has to add up to 360. There you go. So if I start here, when will I get to 240 degrees? Guess what we do?
Full.
We just count.
Okay.
So I go 30,
60.
60,
90,
90,
120,
120,
150,
150,
180,
180,
220, 210.
yeah, 210, 240. Okay, so I've just got, oh gosh, it already told me that they were 30-degree angles. I'm sorry, that was in the, that's why it's important to read, okay? That it already told you they were 30. So if I start at G and I rotate 240 degrees, where am I at?
Okay.
There you go. Number 2 is the same thing. They don't call it L, they just call it OL, and you rotate it, okay? And you just count. Is everybody good with that? No? What aren't you good with?
I don't know. I just.
Like if you just start at G and you're counting by 30, you're trying to go 240 degrees. 30, 60, 90, 120, 150,
So, like,
180, 210, 240.
On the other ones, like, what is that?
This one,
Yeah, one of those.
well, this one's using the same thing. So this one says start at L. I mean, I know it says OL, but OL means start right here. So it would be that one, that same, it's the exact same thing. They just wanted to call it, instead of L, they called it that line. Okay? Think of it if it was a Ferris wheel, no, yeah. Instead of being the little basket, counting how many baskets there are, this one's the bars. You're counting the bars. It's the same thing. All right. These, Lily, when you get to this part, these you just follow the rules I gave you. They give you an ordered pair. It says, okay, go to your 270-degree formula. Switch your numbers and do whatever.
So it gives me everything I need to know.
Yes, this one, it says, okay, graph these 4 points. Then what do they want us to rotate it? 90 degrees. So you'll just do that. Let me put a little graph stamp on your paper because everybody's, I don't know why there's not one printed on there. I hope that you might kind of be a little off the chart on the 7, okay, everybody? I hate that, but okay. Let me just do a few and I'll start passing some out. I'm trying to get it to where I don't have holes in the graph. It's working. Here, I'm gonna give y'all, take one, pass some, and then I'll get the next set. There's also one on the back. I got a few more. Did y'all get any? No? Oh, here comes some. There's 3. I don't know we're missing Chloe. There's this one. I'll take any extras. That's in Chloe's. Okay. You want please, please. All right, let me pause or stop this.